have them separate. It's just easier that way. But we got Ace of Swords to start off. So no, Ace of Wands, not Swords. Although still cannot rule out Ace of Swords coming in there. Like a 10, and how many cards there is in here? Chance. 10 and 78 chance. Which would be 5 in 39 chance of it coming in here. So yeah, we got, although chances are hiding as if it's needed. Anyways, new and inspirational energies are awakened with the Ace of Wands. With the appearance of this card, we catch the first glimpse of our ability to develop our spirituality through conscious thoughts and action. The Ace of Wands reminds us that we possess latent talent and creativity that is yet to be tapped. We are asked to put the divine spark that resides within us into everything we do. We will then discover a true passion for life that is our hidden spiritual treasure and our gift to the world. So basically, what this tells me is Hermione is going to be a wake-up call for many, especially those that doubted this season, judging by the lack of hurricanes, lack of anything in August. People underestimated the season. This is that wake-up call that you shouldn't underestimate anything in your life. Page of Swords. So, Page of Swords rises above all difficulties. The character holds a sword high, extending it into the heavenly realms. This is an indication of readiness, growth, and clear vision from a new perspective. The page is not yet fully mature in this new, liberating awareness. The page, however, does represent an emergence from troubled times and being surrounded by rising positive energies. This card appears when we have learned to apply our mind into both insight and clarity. Now, if we talk about the storm itself, this storm is going to be definitely, if it wasn't for Fiona, the storm would be one that would definitely define the season. As it rose above the ashes, that was a season that people were surely thinking was going to be a bust season. It's going to be a bit of a pain, and it's definitely going to rise above all that. Bring about new expectations or new realities that is hurricane season. Hermione's going to be a record setter. Four of Swords reversed. Now, that's a good thing that's reversed. Because if it wasn't, it means Hermione's going to stall somewhere, probably drown someone out. Drown a poor island or country out. But now that's reversed, it means it's going to be chugging along. It ain't going to pause. It ain't going to stall out anywhere. It should just be in and out. Now, that doesn't tell how long the storm's going to last. It just says it's not going to pull a Harvey, per se. It ain't going to pull a Dorian on some poor island. All it says is it's just going to move you along. It's not going to do anything. Four of Wands reversed. It ain't going to try to dodge any islands. That's what that tells me. It's just going to plow right through any islands that run through its path. Or it might pull what Fiona did and make sure to target all the islands it could get its hands on. That's what that tells me. It's gonna be hitting everything. Everything's getting hit. So, anyone that's on the Atlantic coast, keep an eye on this one. That's what it tells me. So this thing's gonna go for everything. Ace of Pentacles. Alrighty. Ace of Pentacles depicts new beginnings that is an opportunity for a fresh start, suggesting positive development in the areas of health, money, work, and material growth. This basically coincides with the Ace of Wands and Page of Swords, where the storm is going to be growing um, out out past the expectations people had for this season. Um, so that's basically what that's saying. It just reiterates these two. Um, Nine of Swords. Hermione's gonna Avada Kedavra someone. Um, Screams. Nine of Swords speaks of the great inner despair that leads to an awakening. The character is embroiled in self-pity, denial, delusionment, and suffering. Um, Now the time is to decide to stop sitting in sorrow and to stop playing the victim. We recognize our denial and face these aspects to ourselves that are limiting us. We can realize our bondage and wake up from our long sleep. So what this tells me is it would be a good idea to stop blaming everything on climate change and actually do something about it. Like, oh my god, it's climate change, climate change, climate change. Do something about it. That's basically what this card is saying. Do something about it. Um, this is the promising news. The swords are all aligned and pointing eastward toward the rising sun, like the dawning of the day and awakening to a fresh new morning. But yeah, great inner despair that leads to an awakening. So this storm is definitely going to lead to a lot of suffering, but that's going to wake people up and get them to do some action, to do something about it. That's what that tells me. This storm is going to be devastating, but I guess it's needed to get this stuff going. The Emperor. Okay. That might reiterate Nine of Swords. Emperor. The Emperor, crowned figure of masculine authority. Now, no, Hermione is a female name, feminine name. Is the mighty chief who brings stability and maintains the fundamental laws of nature. He rules the expanses of the earthly kingdom and establishes cosmic order through his solar dominion. The dynamic emperor is a character of action and strategy. He understands the laws of science and reason and the power of manifestation in the world of matter. Okay. The emperor is a ruler of the ancient days, a wise and kind character of experience, the authority on universal law. The emperor carries forward the old traditions. He is the master of his mental powers, as he is a source of vast knowledge, acting with strength, determination, responsibility, and confidence. This ruler leads the way for us to understand the deepest realities that we hold within our being. The Emperor teaches us about the experience of bringing this awareness into manifestation. So again, this does kind of reiterate in the Nine of Swords in terms of an awakening, but the main takeaway from this is this storm is going to be strong. This storm is going to be very dangerous. But clearly it's needed to wake people up. That's what the cards are saying. 10 of Swords. Now, that means there's something else at play with the storm. There's something else. that might be paired with Hermione. Like tag teaming with the I name Storm, which I forget what that one is. I want to say Ian. Yeah, it would be Ian. So is Hermione gonna be paired with Ian? It's not lovers. So it means there's something else with it that's dangerous. My gut is telling me Hermione's gonna be producing a lot of tornadoes. Kind of like Ida or Ivan level of tornadoes. That's a scary thought. The Hermit reversed. This reiterates with this card that Hermione is not working alone. Unlike Gaston, Hermione is not going to be working alone. There's going to be something else with Hermione. Whether it be something else weather related or something to do with a neglectful evacuation effort. But there's something else that's working with Hermione. And no, it is not Ron Weasley, before anyone says that. But Six of Swords. This reiterates this card and this card, and that there's going to be some sort of awakening at a cost. I'm surprised the tower didn't pop up. I tell you that right now. I'm surprised the tower didn't pop up. Because the storm is going to be dangerous. Don't, like... Where? Okay, we're just going to do one page at a time. Okay, we're here anyways. Yeah, Six of Swords represents a transition into a higher state of awareness. A process that often requires a loss of some kind. So, yeah, what that tells me is that there's going to be something going on. This literally is the same as this card. It's just... There's something horrible that's going to happen, but it's going to wake people up. Now, we have a couple cards that fell off the deck, so I guess they're urgent. We got the Four of Cups reversed and the Six of Cups. So towards the end, time for celebration? That's what that tells me. But Four of Cups reversed indicates an inability to take action. It is not that the circumstances are binding us, rather that we are somehow limiting ourselves. So, like I said, there's going to be awakening. People are going to be taking action, but there's going to be people that know what action they need to take, but they're just refusing to. Well, that's if this wasn't reversed, but it is. So people are actually going to be taking action. Nothing's going to stand in their way. People are going to be taking action. And Six of Cups is renewal and new beginnings. So like after the storm, you rebuild, you start all over again, and could be a good thing. Could be a good thing. Although you'll probably have less family members to spend it with. Less family and friends to spend it with. But it's time for new beginnings. That's what that tells me. So yeah, this storm is gonna be out for blood. So just bear with me on this one, as I will be tracking it. Trying to make sure there's enough room for these 6 cards here. For the thumbnail. But this is gonna be... This deserved a 12-card reading. Because it's that dangerous of a storm. Especially considering it's not going to be working alone. But this is awakening that's needed to happen. stay safe out there. See you in the next video or stream.